Hello and welcome back to Dylan and Ross Save Sports. I am Dylan Sanders, of course. You can find me on Twitter at Dilly Sanders. And then joining me today, as always, is Ross Jackson, who you can find on Twitter at Ross Jackson Nola. How are you?
Sup? I'm good. How are you, man?
You know, living life, doing school. But Ross, we're gonna do the favorite thing from Twitter because I have two favorite things from Twitter. Two things I think you're gonna love.
Let's get it.
But before that, I want to tease what we're gonna be talking about for the first half hour of the show, Ross. I have made a Babe Zaharias level discovery.
Oh, wow. Now, the Babe Zaharias discovery was huge.
Ross, today I'm going to be teaching you about something two things that we love. We love old baseball players.
True.
And love people who just have the world's greatest stories.
Yep. Those are things we love.
And you know what, Ross? You know what? I'm going to push back favorite thing from Twitter.
What?
I want to get directly
Is this important?
I want to get directly into Rube Waddell. Okay, Ross. Rube Waddell is his name. And he was a pitcher. He was a pitcher in the late 1800s, early 1900s.
All right.
Back when baseball was
the good old days.
Whoa now. Ross, this guy is an incredible pitcher. He had a season, Ross, 27 complete games, 328 innings pitched, a 1.48 ERA, and 287 strikeouts all in one season.
That's insane.
Yes. One season, he had a season where he had 110 more strikeouts than the next guy.
Holy crap.
And Ross, Ross, I am not obsessed with Rube Waddell now because of his pitching. I'm obsessed with how he plays the game, how he approached the game, and what he did also. So Rube Waddell was notorious. He was a fan favorite. He would do in the middle of games. He would do things such as he would wave off all of the other players on the field and have it just be him, the catcher, and the batter.
Oh,
and one time he did that for 3 innings straight, striking out everybody.
Yo, okay. So no outfield, no baseman.
No, he would literally
him.
He'd be like
batter,
get off the field. Yeah.
Dang, that's Derek.
Yeah.
So he was basically just saying, "I'm better than you.
You're not hitting me." Yes.
Okay, so you know what that means?
Yeah.
Those wins were pitcher stats.
Yes. Yes. But also, Ross, he would also do things such as, so that's real alpha energy, Ross, right?
Mad alpha energy.
He would also get distracted by dogs in the stands and go take a break from pitching and go pet the dogs that he would see that fans would bring.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ross, he would also get distracted by fire trucks running past the game and go chase fire trucks.
Why was he chasing fire trucks? Who chases fire trucks aside from like a dog?
Rube Waddell does. Ross, he would show up to games literally mere minutes before the game in his street clothes. He would climb in through the stands, and as he was walking down to the field, he would grab hot dogs and beers from the fans, eat them on his way down to the field, and then he would change on the field and then go and then pitch a complete game.
Oh my God. That's exactly what I think of when I think of the type of pitcher that I want. I want a pitcher that is freshly full on hot dogs, completely drunk, takes breaks to go and pet dogs, chase a fire truck, come back, bottom of the second.
He was. It's absurd, Ross. This guy is so crazy. But I want to talk about how I don't know how there is not a movie made about this guy.
We might have to call our friends that are doing the Chicken Shirts movie and be like, hey.
This could be but also, Ross, it would be an all-time. This has a sad ending as well, unfortunately. Rube Waddell, as it's fun to laugh at, like, oh, he would like wrestle alligators for fun. He would, get distracted during baseball games with fire trucks.
Sure.
But also, while in town for spring training.
Wait, can I guess?
What?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
In town, spring training. Goes out, wrestles an alligator that comes out to the front of the stadium, hit by a fire truck.
No.
Okay. Well,
I'll read this. I'll read this excerpt from this about the flood of 1912, Ross, in Kentucky.
Uh-huh.
While in town for spring training, Waddell noticed that a nearby town was suffering a major flood. He then left spring training to go and let's see. Waddell stood in the waist-deep icy waters of the Mississippi for hours, helping fight back the floodwaters. He helped other citizens handle sandbags to plug the 60-foot gap that had breached the levee when the river burst its breaks. Waddell also took a boat alone without a light and spent the remainder of the night rowing through the submerged streets of Hickman, helping to rescue residents by taking them to higher ground.
Wow.
Waddell saved many lives by risking his own and worked day and night until the suffering of the flood victims were safe. He ended up catching pneumonia from this and died 2 years later.
Wow.
But it's not the first time he's risked his life. According to his manager, Connie Mack, Waddell ran into a burning building in Boston and saved a man from burning to death. And also, while fishing in Minneapolis, he got news of a little boy that had drowned in the lake the previous evening. The body had not been recovered yet, so Waddell took off his coat and shoes and dived into the lake to help search for the body. Waddell made 8 dives until he found the body of the little boy and delivered the child to his parents.
Oh my gosh. That's wild. Okay, wait, hold on. All of this while also being an incredible pitcher. For what team?
He's a Hall of Fame pitcher.
Hall of Fame pitcher.
Philadelphia Athletics, I believe.
Wow. So this is a Philadelphia Athletics pitcher who did all of this. And all this was happening while he was still showing up to games and pitching.
Yes. And he also, Ross, won the Triple Crown, which is it is batting average, home runs, and RBIs. In the same year, Ross, he won the Triple Crown in the same year as being the AL wins leader and ERA leader.
Oh my gosh. Was this the same season that he also pitched 27 complete games?
I don't believe so, but it would.
So then there's.
But also, Russ, you want to know why pitchers aren't a wins aren't a pitcher stat?
Why?
He threw those 27 complete games, had a 1.48 ERA. His record that year was 27-10.
Wow. Yeah.
Wins are not a pitcher stat.
No.
But no, Rube Waddell is my favorite baseball player of all time, I think.
Favorite baseball player of all time. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, so now on Dylan's list of greatest athletes of all time.
Yeah.
Where does Waddell rank?
I think he's still under Babe Zaharias.
Sure.
But he's up there. Waddell's first professional contact was with Louisville for $500.
Hey, look. All right.
That's about how much minor league players get paid now. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, not much has changed there.
He was easily distracted by opposing fans who held up puppies, which caused him to run over and play with them, and shiny objects, which seemed to put him in a trance.
Outstanding.
You know what I think happened, Ross?
What?
I think we are witnessing the events of a Pixar animated movie where a dog gets lost in a time machine and is trapped in the body of a man in the late 1800s.
That's the only thing that can explain it. So they use the loyalty to the human life by which he has no connection.
Yeah.
The ability and willingness to dive 8 times to recover a body. the
shiny objects.
running over to other puppies, running over to other dogs, the shiny objects, the chasing.
Like you're saying running over to other dogs.
Running over to other dogs, right? That's what this scenario is.
Puppy.
That's what this scenario is. Chasing fire trucks. What did he do when he was chasing fire trucks, I wonder? Like, did he just scream at them, or did he just chase them because he loved them so much?
He also had a long-standing fascination with fire trucks and had run off the field to chase after them during games on multiple occasions. I have not read this. I have not read this sentence before. He would disappear for months at a time during the off season, and it was not known where he went until it was discovered that he was wrestling alligators in a traveling circus.
Traveling circus. Oh my gosh. This is too good. This is too good. Well, there's the movie pitch right there. The movie pitch is a love story to this
Fire
guy.
truck.
No, it's a love story. It's a love story of this guy, but it's in the framework of the film is that a dog gets stuck in a time machine, goes back in time, and somehow gets trapped in a human body.
Yes. Here's the man himself, Rube Waddell.
What kind of dog is he?
Golden Retriever.
Golden Retriever, 1,000%. 1,000% a Golden Retriever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or a chocolate lab, one of the two. Man, that's an incredible person and an incredible story. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. Anything else you have on this guy, Rob Wendell?
I'm sure. I'm sure more stuff will come up.
May I ask how you stumbled on the story of this guy?
Actually, I can show you, Ross. I can show you. It was a TikTok.
Oh, dope.
But boy, was it a good one.
I love a TikTok.
Let's see. What is this? Yeah, I don't know. I can't find it anymore, but I'll
That's all right.
We'll show it later.
Yeah, once you come across it. But it was a TikTok that led you down this path.
Yes. Ross,
mm-hmm.
You want to get into favorite thing from Twitter now?
Of course I do. Of course.
Is this?
You said you've got two things.
I got two things. You might have seen both of them, or none of them. But I do want to share. Here we go, Ross. It is the first one is a clip of Peyton Manning and Marshawn Lynch talking to each other. Have you seen this before?
No, I have not. But this is an incredible pairing.
Ross, yes, and the quote for this clip is "Two Americas in one clip."
Oh, I love it.
What were yours? Right. What was your?
My superstition was that I needed to have maybe a shot and a half before every game.
Of?
Hennessy. What you mean?
I was thinking. Yeah. Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Toradol. I don't know what I was thinking.
Hell no.
And there's a bar right there in the locker room in Seattle. Schneider and Pete Carroll.
My backpack.
What were yours? What was your?
My superstition.
That is so good. That is so good. Peyton's just like trying to have this like really just like wholesome outlook.
Oh yeah, like Powerade or.
There's absolutely no way he actually thought that Marshawn was talking about Gatorade or that, right? Like he's playing the character really well there. But that's really funny. I love that moment though of like, oh, so there's a bar there, and he's like, no, I brought it in my backpack.
that clip also just goes to show how funny Peyton Manning is.
He's hilarious, man. Him and Eli, they're both funny as hell.
Yeah,
but they're both really funny.
And this clip, Ross, is speaking to my heart. It is Anthony Mackie in a. Have you seen this one?
No, I haven't. But I saw Anthony Mackie back there, and I see the jersey he's wearing.
It's Anthony Mackie talking to a Falcons fan.
I love it.
You're disappointing your father. He raised you to be better than him. Oh, be a better man.
Hey,
be the best man that you can be.
Rise up, baby.
Be a better man.
Rise up.
You're disrespecting your father.
Rise up. I'm
father's saying.
You disrespecting Atlanta.
In his grave.
When you're in the
Right
A,
now,
you represent the A.
Sir, I'm sorry that your sperm turned out to be.
He's sorry. He's sorry.
Anthony Mackie, of course, very, very notable Saints fan.
Very New Orleans.
Saints fan. Very New Orleans. So that's super dope.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So
I absolutely love it.
There we go. That's it.
That's good stuff.
That's it.
That's good stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the big stories from Twitter that have been going on all throughout the day here. The 49ers signed quarterback Nate Sudfeld. No, I'm just joking. I'm totally kidding. But there are a couple of big pieces of news that are going on around the NFL that we should discuss. But do you have a performance of the day first?
I'm going to give myself performance of the day, Ross.
You very well should. Here, let me show everyone why. I won't play the video because you should go and watch it over at Saint CSC. But what I want to show is the results of the tweet, which are very, very good. So let me share this here. Dylan, phenomenal job on this. This is what I'm giving you performance of the day for. It might not be what you're thinking.
It was not.
No worries. But so I'm just going to put this up and just show everybody the love that our guy Dylan Sanders got for his first tweet as the official social media coordinator for the Canal Street Chronicles SB Nation accounts. And also the second tweet, which I also really loved, which is this.
Okay, Ross. Now I need you to go into the replies of that one, because someone says Gleason jersey should be retired. So then I went and changed it.
I'm all in. That's so good. All that is great. So shout out to you. But you have a different reason that you want to give yourself.
It's because, Ross, late last night I was bored and I was like, what should I do? And then I realized that the Red Sox and Rays are in the bottom of the 12th inning.
Yep.
2 runners on.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I clicked, and within 15 seconds of me clicking on the game, he hit the walk-off home run. So I'm gonna give myself performance for watching that game, and I wanna put out you're welcome to all Red Sox fandom.
Yes. You hear that? You hear that, Sarah? That was for you. Good friend Sarah Griffin, good friend Gabrielle Starr. That was all for all of you. You're welcome. Don't you love like tuning in to something just in time, particularly a baseball game, just to catch the end and most exciting part of it?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you love when that happens? That happened to me a couple of times with the early portions of the men's NCAA championship or tournament rather. In like the round of 64, round of 32, like one game would just end, and then I would go quickly to a different game, and I would tune in right for the very end or the most impactful part of it and everything. And that's a good win. Speaking of,
Shaq decided to pay off a man's engagement ring debt. I'm just trying to make people smile. Maybe tip me better next time then.
I don't know that you've fully shared that story.
I don't need to go any deeper into it than we already have.
All right, I love it. We do need to say congratulations and find a way to reach out to Bucks fan 02 who won the Dylan and Ross Save Sports bracket challenge for the men's tournament.
Yes, Bucks fan 02.
Bucks fan 02, shout out to you. If you're listening, reach out to us at Billy Sanders, at Ross Jacksonola. Let us know how we can get in touch with you to get you here on the show, because you deserve to be here. But they accurately predicted that it would be USC. No, they actually predicted that it would be Iowa, but accurately predicted Baylor and Gonzaga going at it for the final, and did have Gonzaga winning, but still ended up pulling up in enough points here for that. So good stuff.
Man. And there's a lot. What
I'm sorry. No, they did pick Baylor to win. They did pick Baylor to win.
Okay.
My apologies.
I was gonna be like, I'm surprised because I saw other people that picked Baylor to win.
Yeah, that's my bad. I misunderstood the scoring that I was looking at. Yeah, no, picked Baylor to win, and got it right. And they picked Baylor to win, by the way, by 3 points. So there is that.
So there was that it was not a perfect guess.
Yeah, I mean, but no one. My point is, no one expected Baylor to win by double-digit points.
Nah, I expected it.
Oh, sure you did. Makes perfect sense.
Ross.
Yo.
Your favorite time of the year is here.
Which lying season?
I wasn't gonna say that. Dane Brugler, Ross, has dropped the beast. Dane Brugler has dropped the beast. Have you looked at it at all yet?
Oh yeah, of course. Absolutely. Of course.
It is.
It was literally the first thing I did this morning when I got up was I came in and I downloaded it, opened it up.
What's your favorite part of it so far?
My favorite parts of his draft guides are always the offensive linemen and looking at the games where they start. Like he details out the games that they play at different positions, which I think is very valuable, particularly when you're covering a team like the New Orleans Saints and you're always looking for versatility.
Mm-hmm.
That is always a big part of it. The other part is the way that he breaks all of it down. He gives you strengths, weaknesses without it all getting too long and run-on-y, but then also gives you a summary that includes essentially like a bold highlight sentence at the very end that gives you sort of the main takeaway that you need to know for that player. So it's very concise. It's very organized, everything. I really enjoy that. And one of the things that I found very interesting, Dylan, were his cornerback rankings in particular.
Okay.
I know that this is probably a space where you and Dane disagree.
Oh,
quite a bit, actually. Let me go ahead and get it open here. That way we can talk a bit about it. Oh, it's going to ask me for the password. I don't have the password memorized.
I am looking at it.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. So just go and look at the cornerback, his cornerback rankings.
All right. Patrick Surtain at 1, JC Horn at 2, Greg Newsome at 3, Caleb Farley at 4. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
You're not mad, but I thought it would be an interesting conversation because there is some disagreement here. And I think I disagree here too. I don't have Patrick Surtain that high on for me amongst the other corners.
I think right now, the way I have it listed, I would probably go JC Horn, Caleb Farley, Patrick Surtain, Greg Newsome.
I have Caleb Farley still at 1 for my board, but understanding that for other people, the medicals have knocked him down. But if I'm just looking at it from a pure talent perspective, I've still got Caleb Farley at 1, JC Horn at 2, Greg Newsome at 3, and then I have Asante Samuel Jr. at 4 with Patrick Surtain at 5.
One thing I want to talk about, Ross, is Tay Gowan. He's been a really interesting player during all of this because PFF now has him as a top 10 cornerback in this class. Tay Gowan's played like one season, and he looked good in the season, but I don't think we've seen enough to consider him a top 10 cornerback in the class. The way I looked at him is like he could be we don't really know. He's an unknown.
Right. I like the way that you wrote about him not too long ago, and I like very much what you said about him in your writing. In that, like, it wouldn't surprise you for him to be the best cornerback coming out of this draft, and it wouldn't surprise you if he never saw an NFL snap.
Yeah. And that's how I feel. I like him. He's a good dude. Everything I've read about him, everyone loves him. Yeah, he's a good dude by all accounts, but I just don't know. Don't. Yeah.
Now, I will mention something that I thought was really interesting, which was, let me do it over here.
Here you go. This is what
yeah.
you want me to read what I said about Tay Gowan?
Sure.
Hey, Tay Gowan is really intriguing. He has a lot of talent, but rarely talked about in the NFL draft circles, especially by the big names. I would not at all be surprised if he turns out to be the best DB in the draft or never sees the field. He has a lot of potential in a lot of places, but not necessarily close to being a reliable option on the outside of special teams as of right now. He would be a good depth option for now that could easily turn into more later. He also sat out last season and only has one season of play under his belt. Could be a factor in him falling, despite his talent warranting a higher selection.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think it's a great breakdown in terms of who he is. On Dane Brugler's list, I think he has him at
he has him at 43.
44th, 43rd.
As a priority free agent.
Which, people are trying to figure out who this guy is. I get it. Another cornerback that we really like in this draft that I haven't seen get a ton of love, but really started to see it here with Dane Brugler is Robert Rochelle, the corner out of Central Arkansas. Played a great game against NDSU. Did he wait? Am I thinking about the wrong thing? Yeah. He had the game against NDSU. It wasn't his only game, but it was NDSU's only game that season. Quarterback 13 on the list, but player number 96 overall. So he's in the top 100 players here, which is really great. I enjoy seeing that. I think he can be that guy, but I've also seen mock draft simulators placing him at positions where he gets drafted at the bottom, at the end of day 3. But I wouldn't be surprised to see him gone by round 4 or by the end of round 4.
Yeah, I mean that the 4.39 is going to help him a lot.
Yeah, big time. Big time.
But
and scheme versatility too, I think will also be big.
Man, I think my favorite name in this draft class is probably DiCaprio Boodle.
I love a good draft name, man. I love a good draft name.
There's always plenty. Looking at his safety ratings, Ross, interesting to have Richie Grant at number 1.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it, but
no,
it's
not
definitely
at all.
Interesting.
And it makes me wonder because, I've always been of the conceit that Trevon Moehrig will be the first safety off the board in the NFL draft this year. I've always sort of been of that conceit, but Richie Grant was always the one that was like, could he end up actually going first? Maybe not in the first, but could he be the first safety off the? I know that Trevon Moehrig is a very good safety, and he's somebody that's often mocked in the first round. But we also have seen the NFL not value safeties as first round selections here recently. So there is that. The Cincinnati safeties, I'm also a big fan of, both of them. James Wiggins, more of the box safety type. Derek Forrest, more of the deep safety type. We've got a 4th round grade on one of them, a little bit of a lower round grade on Forrest in particular, but they have been some of the unsung safeties in this draft, despite being a part of one of the better defenses in college football last season.
Hear me out on this fit, Ross. Talanoa Hufanga in a Todd Bowles defense.
I like that. The only thing I like more than that is him going to the Steelers. just follow Troy Polamalu's entire trajectory.
Yeah, I'm about it.
And go. But yeah, him in a Todd Bowles defense would be really, really fantastic. And they need,
even better, Ross, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in a Robert Saleh defense.
Yeah. Very good piece.
Imagine a linebacker.
Take him number 2 overall. I dare you.
Can you imagine a Robert Saleh defensive a linebacker core of C.J. Mosley and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah? Unfair.
Dumb.
Year 1. Awesome.
He's going to play that nickel linebacker, dime linebacker role perfectly. The 4-2-5 type of a situation. Or you take a lineman off and then you go into a 3-2-6 in terms of your dime package or however it is that you want to do it. Most teams will keep a 4 down lineman and then just have one linebacker out there. But basically that's what you have with Owusu Koromoa. He just becomes another defensive back for you if you need him to.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just change his assignment up a little bit and his responsibility, and you have him be that guy in coverage and, have him focus there. Excuse me. Dane Brugler's number 15 overall player.
Who, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Let's go. Yeah, that's my guy. That's why I like Dane Brugler.
I love me some love the Brugs, man. I'm so glad this draft guide is out.
It's always
he's gonna make everybody sound smarter than they really are about draft prospects,
everybody.
myself included.
Especially myself.
This is what I love. This is what I love. I love when Dane Brugler drops his stuff. So that's out, and we're going to step aside here for just a moment, but we'll be right back as we continue on today's episode. Dylan and Ross, Save Sports. We have more NFL rumors to talk about on the other side, some NBA, all that good stuff. We got it coming for you here in just a moment. Today's episode, Dylan and Ross, Save Sports, Full Press Coverage, Full Press Radio Network. Ooh, I am hungry.
Ross, I have an idea.
What you got?
So, I have a mock draft ready to come out tomorrow on Twitter.
Ooh.
What if, Ross, we went through round 1 and you got your reactions and we talked and discussed it today?
I'm down.
Since you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And there are some spicy bits, Ross.
Oh, I love a spicy bit.
There's some trades.
Ooh.
There's some quarterbacks going. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Maybe one sneaking into the first round.
Ooh.
Maybe not.
We don't know. We gonna learn today.
We gonna learn today.
We gonna find out.
We're gonna learn today, Ross.
I love it. I'm all about it.
We're gonna learn today. We're gonna learn today.
Listen.
Listen. We're gonna learn today. Crazy. That is too bad. Gotta log into your. I gotta log into your Draft Network account real quick.
Do it, I dare you.
Oh, I do it frequently.
Do you have it saved on my account? That's so funny. I've never looked at my saved mocks.
No. Yeah.
Oh, is that why I have your big board?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I was wondering because it just popped up one day and it was like Dylan Sanders top 100, Dylan Sanders top 150. And I was like, I wonder if we must just be friends on Draft Network. That's literally what I thought to myself.
No,
I was like,
I only use your account because you have the premium account.
I do.
Yeah. You do have my big board.
Yeah. I use it frequently to make sure that the top 3 selections go the way that they should.
Man.
Listen, man.
She got her a dime piece.
Man,
listen, man. What's going on today? What you got going on today, Ross?
Right, we're done with the
that's
show.
really interesting.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
cool.
God, what are you doing?
You think I cur? You think I cur?
For reals.
Once we're done with the show, I'm gonna eat, and then Megan and I got to get down to San Diego.
Oh yeah, you're gonna go to San Diego.
Big old day. All right, here we go.
Wales. Oh, nothing.
All right, everybody, we are back. Dylan and Ross, Save Sports. Dylan Sanders at Dilly Sanders. Ross Jackson at Ross Jackson Nola. Dylan, before we get to some mock draft talk here, it is the midweek. After all, so midweek mock draft time. I wanted to take a moment to talk a bit about 2 pieces of news that have come out around the NFL. Richard Sherman, cornerback, apparently in no hurry to sign with any NFL team until after the NFL draft. Here's why this is important. If he waits until after the NFL draft to sign, he could potentially wait long enough to not become a part of any team's compensatory pick formula. There are 3 teams that frequently do this. that wait to make any major signings until after the compensatory pick formula is no longer a part of the factor in signing. There's the New England Patriots, there's the Pittsburgh Steelers, there's the New Orleans Saints. Where do you feel like Richard Sherman ends up for the 2021 season, and is it one of those three teams?
I think it's either the Steelers or the Saints.
Those two make a lot of sense.
Russ, if there's one team that is notorious for cap space tomfoolery right now, it's the New Orleans Saints. How do you feel about the fit of Richard Sherman in the Saints?
I love the fit. I do. I know he's more of a zone corner and everything like that, but we don't know what changes Chris Richard brings to the defense for New Orleans. Now, it all comes down to what Dennis Allen wants to play. Don't get me wrong. Chris Richard's not going to change Dennis Allen's defense. But if Dennis Allen is given the opportunity to run some more cover 3 zone, I have to imagine Chris Richard gives you a good trainer and a good coach to be able to get that out of these players. And if you get Richard Sherman, that certainly helps you with that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fiefdom that Richard Sherman has run before. Cover 3 match zone. Or cover 3 zone match, excuse me. He's done that.
And the Saints could mess with the 49ers in that case. And I'm all for that.
I also love that a ton.
Yeah. I'm all for it. What's the other piece of breaking NFL news that you need to get into?
The other one is the is that the Chicago Bears have been openly discussing with teams trades for former second round wide receiver, Anthony Miller. Jeez, Anthony Miller. Do you feel like there's a potential suitor out there for Anthony Miller?
Tennessee Titans.
I was kind of thinking about them too. They would be a really, really good spot for him.
Mm-hmm.
He is. I mean, he's kind of a smaller Corey Davis, just barely, right?
Yeah.
And maybe some of that packs a little bit more of what they wanted out of Corey Davis.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. All right, Ross. Do you want to get into a mock draft?
Let's do it.
Now, I want to say, because he gets drafted by the Saints later in this draft, but while I want you to think, because I had never thought about this fit before until this draft, but Simi Fehoko as a Saint makes a lot of sense to me.
Yes. Yeah.
Like a 3rd round, 4th round kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Simi Fehoko as a Saint. 6'3", 220, 4.4 speed. Makes
perfect sense to me.
Yeah. 6'3", also almost 6'4".
Yeah.
Almost 6'4".
Yeah.
4.43 speed. Simi Fehoko, a guy I actually do like, but does not get a lot of hype or does not cause a lot of conversation in the offseason.
No, not a lot going on around him. I mean,
if anything, that makes it even more sense that he would be drafted by the Saints in the 3rd round.
Right. He had wow, what an incredible 2019. 24 catches for 566 yards and 6 touchdowns doesn't sound like a lot, but you consider the fact that that's 23.6 yards per catch. That's insane. He averaged across his career 18.5 yards per catch. Missed part of his 2020 season, only played 6 games in that year. Oh, well, is that his fault or is that the Pac-12?
Pac-12.
That's the Pac-12, so that's not his fault.
Stanford played. How many games did he play in 2020?
2020, it looks like he appeared in 12. Oh, sorry. In 2020, he appeared in 6.
Yeah, I think that's how many games that they played.
That's just how many they played, right? Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive short area quickness, according to Dane Brugler. 4.26 short shuttle, if anybody cares about it.
I care. Ross, I care.
Sub 7 tree cone.
Ross,
Mm-hmm.
I care.
Good.
I care, Ross. All right. So, do you want to go through this first round of this mock draft? That's coming
Let's
out
do it.
tomorrow.
Let's do it.
It's coming out
And where-
tomorrow on
where?
Total on Twitter. Just on my Twitter at Dilly
On your
Sanders.
Twitter account.
At Dilly Sanders. But we'll get a sneak peek of the first round for everybody that's watching, and some commentary on it by Mr. Ross Jackson.
It me.
So first off, as this is a mixture of what I think is going to happen and what I would do.
Okay.
This is a lot of what I think will happen, and then with some what I would do mixed in. Number 1, Jacksonville Jaguars take Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. Okay. Makes perfect sense.
Number 2, the New York Jets take. This is Zach Wilson.
Uh-huh.
Duh. Yeah, duh. Those two we know for a fact. But I think, Ross, I truly think that the draft starts at 4, because at 3, I have the 49ers taking Mac Jones for some reason. Because as what would happen with Trevor Lawrence, with Zach Wilson at 2, that's not who we would take. But that's
right.
It's what I think is going to happen. It's what's locked in. I would take Justin Fields at 2. I would. But for some reason, teams don't like him. So I think we're gonna see a fall for him, and there will be a team that takes advantage of that later.
I dig it.
Number 4, Ross, the Atlanta Falcons take Kyle Pitts. They can't find a suitor to trade up because they don't think that the Bengals, Dolphins, Lions, or Panthers are taking a quarterback, so no one's going to jump all the way up to 4 for a quarterback.
No reason to.
So they're going to have to sit there, stand steady. Kyle Pitts. Sorry, Cowboys. At one point, I had the Cowboys trading up for Kyle Pitts, much to what would have been the dismay of Cowboys fans.
Yeah.
But whatever. Number 5, Ross, have the Bengals taking Jamar Chase, unfortunately.
Ooh, okay.
It's not what I would do.
No.
But it tracks with the Bengals front office, and apparently they like him. And he would be a good pick. He would be a good player. They're going to get a talented player at 5.
Yeah.
It's just looking at, but also like with the way it shook out with the rest of their draft, I think it worked out for them.
Yeah. Yeah, because there is the reality to where as they roll back around at the top of the second round that they get a very good offensive tackle there.
I'll tell you right now, the rest of the draft shook out to be Alex Leatherwood and Josh Myers.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
So it worked out fine.
That's great. Yeah.
So you got Jamar Chase, Alex Leatherwood, and Josh Myers with their first 3 picks, which is like a best case scenario for them, I think. At 6, the Dolphins took Penei Sewell. They should. 100%. 7, the Lions take Jalen Waddle.
Oh, okay.
A replacement at wide receiver. And at 8, the Panthers take Rashawn Slater.
Makes perfect sense.
At number 9, Ross, the Denver Broncos select. Again, not what I would do. They select Trey Lance.
Oh, interesting.
Because I think he fits what they would want to do more, and just seemed more of a Broncos pick to me. I don't know.
I like it.
Bigger arm, bigger guy, bigger stout, rich stature.
You think they really got excited about a mobile quarterback when they had to play Kendall Hinton?
Yeah. Taking Trey Lance at number 9, Ross. And that leaves the Cowboys at number 10 to take Patrick Surtain.
That feels very much like the route that the Cowboys are going to go.
A Cowboys pick. Pick.
It's Trayvon Diggs all over again.
At 11, the New York Giants select Jalen Phillips out of Miami.
Oh, interesting. All right.
At number 12, the Philadelphia Eagles, not bad for a trade back, get Devonta Smith.
Not bad at all. Yep, they still get a guy. One of the guys that they would have wanted.
Then at 13, Ross, the Los Angeles Chargers trade the number 13 pick. They take this year's first and next year's first from the Washington football team, and the Washington football team selects Justin Fields at 13.
Justin Fields. Going to the 100% owned by Dan Snyder Washington football team.
Number 14, the Minnesota Vikings select Christian Darrisaw.
Yeah.
Which just fit galore, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 15, the New England Patriots they're done.
No quarterback.
The quarterbacks are done. You know what they do, Ross?
Trade back.
They trade back. And then they take a first round pick, Ross. Has there been a team that's traded from the late first into the mid first in recent years?
I can remember one.
By using the Saints do it again, Ross. They do the Marcus Davenport trade almost identically. They moved up from 27 to 14. Now they're moving up from 28 to 15. Pretty much the same exact movement.
Yeah.
By using the same, or they use the next year's first, and they select J.C. Horn.
Oh,
at 15.
Ooh. I love it. I love
that.
It a lot. Hollywood Horn back in New Orleans.
And at 16, Ross, the Arizona Cardinals rush to take a cornerback. And they take Greg Newsome the second.
Oh, very nice.
In front of Caleb Farley.
Yeah.
And at 17, the most Raiders player, I think, of all time to me, Michael Parsons. I think he's just a Raider through and through.
That's fair.
For multiple reasons.
That's fair.
At 18, the Miami Dolphins, Ross, select Rashad Bateman out of Minnesota.
All right.
I don't think a terrible compensation for taking a top tackle as opposed to a top receiver.
No, not at all.
They still get Rashad Bateman at 18.
Yeah, Rashad Bateman, who has been shrinking since high school. 6'3" in high school, 6'2" in college, 6 foot coming into the NFL. He's still going to be such an electrifying player, though.
And at 19, Ross, not bad for a trade back. The Los Angeles Chargers select Elijah Very Tucker, who I would have taken to them at 13.
Yeah, not bad at all.
At 20, the Chicago Bears select Tevin Jenkins. At 21, the Indianapolis Colts select Sam Cosmi. And at 22, the Tennessee Titans now select Caleb Farley, cornerback out of Virginia Tech. 23, Ross. The New York Jets select Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. I had to do it.
Yeah.
Had to do it. I love that fit so much. 24, the Steelers select Najee Harris, the only running back taken in the first round.
Do you think they like Najee Harris more than Travis Etienne?
I think he is much more of a Steelers running back.
That makes sense.
I think that they would like Javonte Williams more than Travis Etienne. Which, you know. In 25, this is where I inject a little bit of my own. Jacksonville Jaguars select Javon Holland at Oregon. I just like Javon Holland a lot.
So that makes Javon Holland the first safety off the board in your mock.
Yes. Followed shortly by someone else. But Javon Holland, I like the fit in Jacksonville. Wherever they put him at in that secondary, I think he will shine. 26, the Cleveland Browns select Azeez Ojulari to be the running mate across from what's his face? Can't remember his name off the top of my head for whatever reason.
Can't either. Oh my gosh.
Myles Garrett. There we go. 27, Ross. The Baltimore Ravens select Trevon Moehrig.
Oh, okay.
And at 28 now, Ross, the New England Patriots are now selecting, and they take quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
Surprise first round selection.
Davis Mills is now a Patriot because they don't want to be stuck with Kyle Trask.
Sure.
And so that's why they traded out, because they didn't want to take him at 15.
Right.
But so they took a little bit of, they got a little bit of insurance for next year.
Mm-hmm.
They get an extra first for next year and take Davis Mills here.
Pretty interesting. What is it that Davis Mills brings to them, you think, that they like?
He is big armed, not the most mobile, but can move around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like he fits Bill Belichick very well.
Sure.
He's a large person.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he fits what they're trying to do in the future over in New England.
Great.
More so than Kyle Trask or, let's say,
Kellen Mond.
I have Kellen Mond going to the Steelers in this mock draft, which I like that a lot.
That's great. For the record, Davis Mills is a top 100 player on the big board for Dane Brugler.
Mm-hmm.
6'3", 217 pounds, ran a 4.8 140. So he's got a little bit of mobility there.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. 32-inch broad jump. None of that matters. But yeah, he's only got 11 career starts. This feels like a Patriots pick. This feels like a Patriots pick. And he's smart. He went to Stanford.
Yep. I think he transferred from somewhere, if I remember correctly, but maybe not.
He redshirted his first year.
Maybe not. No.
Bypassed Michigan, Alabama, and others to commit to Stanford. No, it looked like he went straight to Stanford.
Okay, maybe. All right. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. At 29, the Green Bay Packers select Eric Stokes, cornerback out of Georgia.
Yeah.
30, the Buffalo Bills select Kwity Paye. Just getting Kwity Paye at the bottom of the first. Great value. 31, the Kansas City Chiefs select Dylan Radunz out of NDSU. And at Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 32, select Christian Barmore.
Christian Barmore. Oh, that's an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if maybe they would go Travis Etienne. Running back in the first.
Yes.
Or Javonte Williams, for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Good stuff. And that's all dropping on your Twitter account at Dilly Sanders, as well as additional picks, right? Second and third round?
And fourth.
And fourth round.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Yeah, Davis Mills, definitely a highlight for me. Saints trading up to get JC Horn. Huge highlight for me. Love that a lot. Caleb Farley went to the Titans. I think that's a really good fit, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Jeff Gladney was like perfect for them last year. And he ended up going to the Vikings instead.
And to the county jail.
Right. Yes. He is also not going to be in the NFL any longer, very likely. But then you get Caleb Farley, who on the field is a similar style player, very physical, but has a lot of health concerns. So it makes sense that he's dropping right now. Torn ACL in 2017, sciatic strain from weightlifting in 2018, and then had the I can't remember what the name of the procedure is, but had a procedure this offseason that made him unavailable for offseason testing, and very likely, or very possibly, he won't be available for the start of training camp. Let me say it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, great stuff, dude.
Thank you.
Good job. Without revealing who the other selections are, who would you say left with the best draft through your first four rounds?
Ooh, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
Which is hard not to.
Yeah.
But
a lot of picks.
Off the top of my head, Jacksonville Jaguars. One I don't like to say, as I regret to say, the Atlanta Falcons also, I think, came out very well in this.
Anybody you feel like the board just didn't fall their way?
The Colts, I would say, a lot. The Chiefs had a great draft, which of course. Always. Chiefs, of course, I'll say being headlined by the rest of the picks. They add Dwayne Eskridge at some point, which makes just a lot of sense.
Perfect sense. Tiny and fast.
Man, I like the Giants picks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Jets had a good one. Again, hard not to. Interesting times. And of course, I like the Saints draft because I drafted for them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Yeah.
Great.
Boom.
That's awesome. Good stuff.
Go read about Rube Waddell, everybody.
Go read about Rube Waddell. Check back in about Babe Zaharias if you didn't catch our Babe Zaharias episode not too long ago. Great stuff today, Dylan. I appreciate you, buddy. Anything else before we wrap up today?
Just because it just popped up on my feed and we talked about go follow the Locked On Red Sox account.
Hey, there you go. They're celebrating today.
Yeah, and Gabrielle's trying to get it to 1,000 followers.
Oh, very nice.
We need to get her on the show. I like her Twitter a lot.
She's awesome. We will definitely get her on. She's great. All right. Thanks a bunch, everybody. We will be back perhaps tomorrow. I have a meeting that I have to be in person. It's so weird.
And you have an in-meeting person tomorrow. Yeah.
An in-meeting person.
Don't die.
I will do my best. No, but we will see, but we will keep you updated as we go through. If nothing else, potentially an abbreviated episode that just starts a little later or something like that. So we will keep you up to date with what's going on with the show for tomorrow. But either way, we'll be back very soon. And we look forward to covering more of what's going on around the world of sports and talking about some potentially very exciting 1980 or 1800s and 1900s players that were massively impressive and also got distracted, played with dogs, and chased fire hydrants in the middle of games. No getting better than that. We appreciate you very much for being here with us. We'll see you very soon here. Dylan Ross, Sports Full Press Coverage, Full Press.